Hello everyone, my name's Tyrus and presenting my senior project right now on clone deploy with PXE booting. Let's go to my core task. My core task was to implement open source software, cloning and imaging, which is clone deploy, implement PXE booting with clone deploy, and implement enough ISOs to build my own VM farm to upload and deploy. My hope task is to implement land school and deep freeze on the VMs. And my dream task was to create a virtual lab and test multicasts. Let's get right into it. Alright, so here I have my own virtual farm that I created through Oracle VM VirtualBox. I have my server 2012, that I got downloaded for free on the Microsoft webpage. Ubuntu, I also downloaded that for free, got the ISOs from there. Windows 8.1, which I also downloaded for free, and Windows XP, I downloaded from one website, but it worked. So I'm running server 2012. This is where I implemented my DHP server and my clone deploy interface on here. Here's my interface. We'll log in a bit. Here's my DHP server that I configured. It's configured to PXE boot also. So let's look at our images. Right now, I just want to show you real quick that it opens. We'll do Windows 8.1. I did the pre-install before the video, because if I did the uploads also, it would have taken way longer than 15 minutes to show the whole upload and deploy. So this video, I just want to show you how it works to deploy. So these are the images, the host that I already created before this video. So while that's starting, I will start logging into clone deploy. There we go. And I guess we can look at my DHP2 right now. It's logged in already. Put in my password. Okay. So that's my VM, my 8.1 VM, and that should be running on 10.2 or 10.0.2.14, which is this machine, which I'll show you in a bit with the command prompt. I can also show you through this virtual box the MAC address network. So the MAC address shows right here. We'll go off the 4 last characters, which is 1752, and on my DHP it has 1752. And just to also verify, I'll run my command prompt. And also you'll see my DHP server working here in a bit with the demo I'm going to do. Let's see here. I'll go CMD, get the command prompt coming up. Okay, and then we're in the IP config. So, yep, right here, 2.14. So, as you can see, they're running. And for right now, I'm going to turn them off, and then we'll start my actual demo of deploying. Okay, we'll let that shut down. We gotta go on the clone deploy, which this brings up the interface. Here are the computers that's running right now. We got the Windows 8.1, Ubuntu. These are groups. This was going to be my dream task, was to do multicast in groups, but didn't get to it. Here are my images that I have. I did have Windows XP, but I actually deleted when I was deleting all the rest of my demos. But I did have it running. Here's a task tab. We're going to be using that here in a second. And, well, I'll show you around in a bit while we're waiting. So right now, I'm going to clone or deploy an existing image. For now, I'll call this demo. We'll use Windows 8.1. Next, and go to the default values. Create. Next, and we'll go with 25 gigs. That should be fine. Create. Okay. Now we want to right-click it and go to Settings for this demo. For the system, we want to check mark the network, and then we want to move it to the very first option. This is how we're going to use our PXE booting. Let's see, audio, we don't want to do that. Network, we're going to do internal network because I did my own network. We'll push OK, and then let's start it up. In a second, you'll see right here. You don't want. If we were just doing the first upload, we'd be using the ISO, getting the files from here. But since this is going to be a deploy clone, we're just going to hit start. And as you can see, my DSP is searching right now, and it found something. And right now, we want to add a computer. Let it load for a second. While that's loading, I'll show you really quick the rest of the stuff. Oh, it's loading. Okay, here in a second it'll ask me for my clone deploy credentials. Yep, there it is. I'll type in my clone deploy. And it'll verify. And now it's asking me to register a computer name to put inside of clone deploy. So we'll call this demo Windows 8.1. 8. Let's call it 8. Press enter. And succeeded, and asked press enter to reboot, but we don't want to reboot just yet. We want to go back to over here, go to computers, and there it is. There it is. Demo Windows 8, and then give me a MAC address ready. Now I need to put in an image that we're going to use. So we're going to go over to the image tab. We're going to select Windows 8.1, and then we're going to do the image profile, which is default. And then we're going to update the computer, and once this is gone, we will start the tasks to deploy. So then we want to start computer task, and here it is right there. If we were doing a fresh upload, we'd be uploading, but since we're cloning, we're going to deploy. So we're going to hit deploy, and then we're going to hit yes. And successfully started task for download Windows 8. So now we want to hit enter. So we'll hit enter, and I'll restart the machine. And from here, we'll do our all active task, which is there, and we'll let it run. Here in a second, it'll show us all these tabs right here. Once it finishes. I think I gotta put my credentials back in though. But I think right now it should give us a DSPC Should be my DHCP right now, but we'll wait here in a second first. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there it is. So put my credentials back in. Okay, downloading core scripts, and it's gonna look for the tasks that I succeeded. And then Q. That's on my share. And it should be downloading here in a second. And it's going to show here on the clone deploy interface. Oh, here we go. So we're just waiting. And as you can see, it's downloading right now. And I'm going to let it download. It's going to take like, what, maybe another 12 minutes. So I'm going to come right back with the video after it's done downloading. Okay, now it's about 98%. It's about to be done here in a second. So here we go. Cloned successfully. It's going to close the task here in a second on the clone deploy. We'll wait just a little bit more on the DHPC. Closing active tasks. Okay, now it's closed. Now it's rebooting. We won't touch it this time. We'll let it run its course. But we'll go to computers here in a second. Okay, so now it's running. So now that has the actual Windows 8 image on it. We'll view it. And here in a second, it'll pop up with the new menu. I guess we look at the DHPC server right now. Let's hit a refresh. Hit the server, and then we'll refresh it. It should give it an IP address right now. Let's see, address leases. Oh, yeah, there it is. There is demos Windows 8, just like we said it was going to be. 2.16, and I'll hurry up and pull up a CMD once we get in all the way. But we can also double check right here with the MAC address. 5DCB. We'll pull it up real quick. Let's see. Network. 5DCB. Okay, so my DHPC server worked just fine. And we're loading up. And here we go. And I'll just put in my same password that I started with. And it's loading. And this had a lot of trouble getting this to work. Too many troubles actually. It started with the DHP server wasn't too bad of getting to work, but it was actually getting the clones and uploads to work. Okay, so it's working. Back to what I was saying. The one that gave me trouble was the distribution points, which will be here and show you real quick. Under settings, my bad. Right here. So these all needed to match correctly, and I kept getting either one of these wrong, or I kept putting the wrong password or the wrong path. And these are on this path. My images are in this path right here. Everything was going wrong. It was pretty bad. Let's see here. CMD. While that's loading up, I will get to my hours real quick. My hours. So we were required 135 hours, but you know, after doing enough uploads, deploys, restarting my computer, restarting programs, downloading programs, doing recent research on forums and documentation. I'd say about 110 hours is what I completed for this whole project throughout the semester. Okay, real quick, IP config and 10.0.2.16. Okay, and I'll show you where my images are. There, program files, clone deploy, CDP, and images, and right there. Dang. And inside each one, it's an actual image. But I did learn a lot throughout this project. That's what I'll say for sure. I have a better understanding of how to image and clone. Put the same knowledge to other programs such as Fog or Clonezilla. And that's it. Actually, I just want to say thank you and